Oh, good to see you.
It's good to be here, Jim. Really good.
Yeah, for all of us, easy does it now. Relax and make the most of it.
We missed you,
Jim.
Frank. I hope we can talk later.
I'd like that. Thank you, Will.
Frank, I checked down at headquarters. There's no trace of Kim. Apparently she dropped out of sight.
Francis X. Well, gentlemen, we fast enough for you?
You're amazing. You're amazing. I know how impossible it is to get everyone together, even with weeks of notice.
Well, actually, the minute they heard the agenda, who's your attorney?
Well, a nice guy named Francis X. Ryan.
This one is all mine, John.
All right, well, we'll start soon. You know, thank heaven we're getting this whole straightened out. See inside.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll have to manage without Kimberly then, huh?
You can do it, Frank.
Excuse me.
Mrs. Woodard, you'll only upset
No,
yourself.
excuse me. I'd like to speak with Frank alone for a moment, please.
Frank, don't ask me.
There's no point, Ray.
Please. I tried to find you last night. I found your mother instead. I can't defend myself to Maeve or Jillian or those men in there.
Or to me, Ray.
No, but I can ask you to remember. No one else knows how much I loved you, Frank. I cared more about you than I ever had about anyone else in my whole life or ever will again. Just think about it, please. Just imagine Jill walking out on you, the love of your life, the only reason for everything, just gone with a polite apology, Frank.
Tell it to the committee, Ray. Work on them.
I don't have a legal defense. My lawyers can't argue emotions, love. I can't testify about the things that are still ripping me up on the inside, and even if I could, I would get only contempt. You're my only hope for mercy, Frank, please.
Mr. Ryan, the committee is in session. You're called to testify.
Excuse me.
Remember, where is the love of his life?
Well, if you're talking about Jill, she's in London on business.
Not going to be in on the kill, huh? She must be heartbroken.
Nice.
Me?
Sleep. And you too.
Hey, there's food.
Oh.
English strawberries. And other goodies.
A meal? Which one?
Well, it would be breakfast in New York, but here it's sort of late lunch.
I, did wake up before, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And we,
And then you went back to sleep, and I got dressed and called room service.
I have completely lost track.
Good.
It was an innocent time when you hoped that first date would end with a first kiss. Now, TV Music for You recalls the memories of your teenage crush with 30 unforgettable classics.
Every night I hope and pray a dream lover will come my way. Well, love, love, darling, come and go with me. He she's so fine. Doo-lang, doo-lang, doo-lang. Wish she were mine. Doo-lang, doo-lang. Never knew what I missed till I kissed ya.
I will follow him.
Teenage Crush, 30 songs you took into your heart where they'll stay forever.
Young love, first love.
Johnny Angel, how I love him.
There'll never be anyone else but you for me.
I want to walk you home.
My love is higher than a mission bell, deeper than a wishing well. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Happy birthday, sweet 16. Poetry in motion, walking by my side. Each night I ask the stars up above.
Teenage Crush, 30 timeless original hits on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes. Here's how to order. Call this toll-free number now to order Teenage Crush. 2 CDs $26.99, 2 cassettes $21.99, plus shipping and handling. Have your credit card ready and call now.
Coming up next, watch All My Children. A dream come true.
I want to grow old with you, Brooke. Will you marry me?
A nightmare just beginning.
It's Maria. She's back. Maria is all in your mind.
What do you mean you found her? I understand that you have a Marine Gorman working here. She's over there.
All My Children, get ready. Catch All My Children, coming up next, only on SoapNet.
Just realized I forgot my robe. Could I accept this, along with the dress from last night? It's silk and it feels good.
Sit. Now, the contents of that closet are yours. They're my present to you. And,
But
and whether you decide to take one dress, or a dress and a robe, or the whole lot, or nothing at all, the contents of that closet are yours.
Yes,
Hush. Now be happy and eat your strawberries.
Okay. Whew.
There is something about the cream. Magic cows. Same thing in Ireland.
It is so thick and cold and soft.
Strawberry silk. Chocolate cream. Silken smooth. Strawberry silk. I hear a song for you. About all the things you like.
I love the way you think to music. Or maybe your thoughts are music.
That's a nice image. Thank you. Hey, wait. Those are yours.
All right. All right, so I want them all. Sometimes I get like that.
I'll order seconds.
No. See, I don't want seconds. I couldn't finish them. There's something about all these strawberries and cream just sitting on this table right now that I want.
The total experience.
That's right. Has nothing to do with hunger. Maybe it's about greed. Frank would say it's about power.
It's about pleasure.
Yeah. Oh, he's in Washington right now. I wonder if the hearing started.
Probably.
Oh, Frank, you've got to win. You can't miss.
I'm rooting for him, too. About the hearing.
I understand. No, I don't. I don't really understand at all. Loving both of you. One not canceling out the other. But I only can say that's the way it is, and I'm glad for all three of us.
So Ray Woodard
Bob Reed and my 3 secretaries routinely gave me papers to sign. Sometimes I would dictate a batch of letters, add my signature to them, and not reread any of them. Other times, I would write essentially the same letter to 10 or 12 different people, sign them all, and read only the ones on top. In other words, gentlemen, it would not have been difficult for someone to slip that endorsement letter in among the others. I've always figured that's how I was tricked into signing it. Now I know for sure. Mrs. Woodard is the one who set me up.
Did her daughter tell you that when she brought you these originals?
Mrs. Woodard told me that herself yesterday.
John, could we pass these documents around? I think we'd all like to have a look.
Sure.
Thank you.
You mean Mrs. Woodard has made a confession to you?
In the process of asking for whatever consideration I could give her, yes, she admitted everything. Now, she had planned to maneuver me into a position whereby I might be nominated for the vice presidency. Later, she put me out of politics altogether.
I'm particularly struck by this memo from Sam Snow. Frank, how and when did the daughter get hold of this evidence?
How, I don't know. When, at least a few weeks ago, maybe more. I'm very sorry that Miss Harris is not available to testify. She was very anxious to the other night.
Well, perhaps her mother can offer an explanation. Gentlemen, any more questions?
Now, the only questions I have are for Mrs. Woodard.
Ask Ms. Woodard to come in, please.
Mrs. Woodard,
Yes?
come in, please.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Roger.
Hello, dear.
I want to talk to Johnny about his supplier. I'm thinking of making a switch. I want to make the decision before I go to the bank.
Oh. Delia, John's out.
Oh. Guess I'll go to the bank first. C'est la vie.
You seem in a fine fettle today.
Yes, I am. My goodness, your friend, Mrs. Woodard's in a lot of trouble, though. They may have to send her away for years. Fraud, conspiracy, illegal use of mails, who knows what else. Hope she didn't murder anybody. What do you think?
I think you ought to run along to the bank.
Oh, it's funny, you still talk to me like I'm a little girl, when actually I'm a rich and important, complicated and mature woman. I'm also in love.
Sometimes it's too heavy a cross to bear to mind one's own business. New male Ryan appears on the horizon and Delia's hooked. It's sad, though. Unlike his cousins, Barry uses people. Lily!
Listen to this. What surprises you if a dream taught me this wisdom, and if I still fear I may wake up and find myself once more confined in prison, and even if this should not happen, merely to dream it is enough. For this I have come to know, that all human happiness finally ceases like a dream. What more can I say?
I'm not exactly sure what you did say.
They told me I'd cheer up the patients better if I said happy things, and this book is full of quotations about happiness. It's given me a whole new attitude.
Lily, this is your slip. You left it under a table in my bedroom.
I did? That's odd. Thank you, Barry.
You're very welcome. Let's make sure it doesn't happen again, okay?
Well, I'll try, but I told you I have this problem. Somehow I feel that if my slip or my scarf or my coat needs to leave, then all I can do is...
Well, we'll both have to be more careful next time. Listen, I gotta run.
Okay. I hope Mrs. Coleridge wasn't upset.
See you later.
Yes. Happiness ceases.
Your pet That's same exact heartworm and flea medications delivered to your home, saving you time and money.
It costs less than buying from my veterinarian.
It only takes a phone call.
I saved a visit to my vet's office. I didn't have to leave home.
Pet Meds delivers my pet's medication right to my door.
It's cheaper and more convenient than buying from my vet.
I save time and money.
1-888-PET-MEDS. We deliver savings and convenience on HeartGuard, Advantage, Frontline, and all other pet medications. Call to order now or order online.
Today on Soap Center, AMC's Jennifer Bassi invites us into her country home.
I need dramatic. I don't know why.
Also, find out what makes the Quartermains your favorite dysfunctional family. And see why these soap stars have to look their best. Watch Soap Center, today at 12:30, only on SoapNet. Join Lisa and Ty on the next Soap Talk. Super soap star Linda Dano tells all.
I screwed up. I did. I screwed up the line.
And she's got the 411 on how to pack like a diva. Plus, you won't believe how Lauren Woodland saved her job. Watch Soap Talk today at 6 p.m. and 12 midnight on SoapNet.
Good morning. Oh, Mr. Ryan, how goes it with you?
Perfect.
Where's Delia?
She's been here, but she left. She left
while
a
ago.
trail of breadcrumbs. Just follow your nose.
Oh, nice to see you, Doctor.
Really?
No, not really, but maybe it's fortuitous.
Fortuitous means accidental. That's exactly what this meeting is. Maybe the word you're looking for is fortunate, propitious, auspicious, providential.
I'll begin to see what she means.
Does she refer to as my wife?
Well, if that's an example of how you patronize Delia, I'm surprised she put up with you as long as she did.
Kindly leave. Either that or stay absolutely silent.
Look, I don't want to offend you or intrude where I'm not wanted.
That's precisely what you're doing. You are offensive and intrusive. Now, you will not explain my wife to me.
The way I see it, everyone's got so used to treating her like a child, they don't notice what's happened. She's grown up. She's a mature, complicated woman.
Oh, Kevin, did you hear that? My line was strong and independent. Now it's mature and complicated. That's wonderful. Barry, you are a delight. You are a complete and thorough idiot. Now, are you going to leave or shall I?
She wants her freedom.
So you can walk all over? Sure. Why not? You want your freedom? You're welcome to it. You're going to wreck your life, but you're too much of a mature and complicated woman for me to protect you. If you want a divorce tomorrow, just ask.
What happened to him?
Oh, he's all wound up.
Barry.
Darling, I'm sorry. You didn't need to walk into that.
Why? We never talked about divorce.
I don't know. Maybe it's my fault.
How?
I don't know. I came in, he went after me. I got my back up a little. I didn't like the way he was talking about you.
What did he say?
No, I don't even remember. It's not important anyway.
Yes, it is. I want to know. He said I'm stupid, right? He said I can't take care of myself? You say the Crystal Palace is just dumb luck? Don't tell me. I can hear it.
Was he always that abusive to you?
No. At least I didn't take it that way. I thought he was helping me, but maybe...
Look, I hate to see you going through this. And if I'm making it worse, we can cool it for a while. He wants you to stay away from me. For your sake, I'll do it.
For my sake, Barry, I need you. Roger doesn't have anything to do with that, and if he can't understand that, then maybe I should consider his offer.
A divorce.
Yeah. I've been trying to go slow, but maybe I should consider divorce very seriously.
Oh, those poor kids. How many times have you heard those words? Well, while you're going about your busy day, one child is all alone. While you're showing off your fresh produce, one little boy is hoping for scraps. While you're griping about the cost of prescriptions, one little girl will never see a doctor. While your children are in school, one little boy is learning from the streets. 30,000 children die every day. They die from malnutrition. They die from bad water. They die from no medical care. They die from being poor. You can help save one of these poor little kids for 80 cents a day, less than the price of your morning coffee. Call. Ask us to send you the picture of a child like Samuel, Paloma, Igor, or Raisa. Now, I'm sure as you see them on TV, we'll find somebody to sponsor them, but for every child you see here, there's another one who's waiting, a child who's hoping to hear these words.
Você ganhou padrinho. Dá abraço.
Your 80 cents a day can mean that Helena has nutritious food, that Natalia can see a doctor, that Jacquelina goes to a decent school. The only crime these kids ever committed was being born poor and being too young to fend for themselves. Please, open your hearts. Call Christian Children's Fund. We'll send you a picture of a little boy or a girl you don't know, but will. One of these poor kids is waiting for your call.
Christian Children's Fund is one of the oldest and most trusted child sponsorship charities because so much of your money goes to help the children who need it.
Our primary questions are these, Ms. Woodard. Did you conspire with the late Samuel Addison Snow to set up a secret vice presidential campaign for Mr. Ryan? And having done so, did you place the blame on Mr. Ryan?
The truth is that Mr. Snow approached me.
The word conspire is a problem, Senator. Rather than characterize...
All right. Let me put it this way, then. Now, Snow backed an NLW employee named Raymond Leclerc for the Electronic Regulatory Commission. Now, he needed members of the Senate to back Leclerc. Now, in public, Mr. Ryan refused. But in private, this letter of endorsement was sent to the commission. The signature has been verified as Mr. Ryan's. He claims no knowledge of it. Now, Ms. Woodard, did you arrange for this signed letter? Did you make a deal with Snow? Something like the endorsement in return for a crack at the vice presidency?
I do wish that life were all that simple, gentlemen. Actually, it was Sam Snow who thought about Frank for the vice presidency. He had behind him the funds of NLW Enterprises. That is several billions, as you know. And I was more or less coerced into...
Please, did you work with Mr. Snow as I've suggested, yes or no?
There's no need to answer that simply unless you wish to. I believe this committee accepts fuller statements from its witnesses. Perhaps you should start at the beginning.
Yes. One day, Sam Snow came into the office and approached Frank with money. He was turned down flat. He then turned to me. The approach was very heavy-handed. He made it clear. I felt... I was afraid that he would undermine Frank's position if I didn't find some way.
Mrs. Woodard is under considerable stress. May she begin again?
Of course.
A few minutes recess might be in order.
No. No, I'm gonna say it and be done with it. I conspired with Sam Snow. He was desperate for a letter of endorsement, and I was desperate for a shot at the vice presidency for Frank. NLW Enterprises backed the so-called grassroots movement for Ryan. It's all in those papers you have. It almost worked. I did it. I undid it. And I have regretted it bitterly, start to finish.
Did you have any further dealings with NLW after Snow's death?
The time has come for me to tell you about Sam Snow. He could be bought and sold, but basically he was a decent man. He came to my home with those documents. It's incriminating stuff. He never should have written it. He was sorry. Very nice. Very sorry. He gathered all of it up and he gave it to me. And he died. The heart attack occurred in my apartment. He died sitting in a chair in my living room.
Mrs. Woodard, Senator Bigelow, I request that this be stricken from the record.
No. I want it in the record. Once and for all, he died in my apartment. I paid people. He was taken to a hospital. I was kept out of it. And you won't get those names. I've forgotten them. Afterwards, I used the documents against Frank. I sent them to Jack Finelli and to other reporters. I then lied to the FBI. I covered my tracks. Frank bore the brunt of it. He was innocent. And I am, like Sam Snow, very sorry.
Why?
You needn't go into that.
Oh, because I loved Frank Ryan and he left me. It's, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, Senator. That's a very old story, isn't it? It, is rather trite, and it's common as dirt, isn't it?
You realize you're subject to prosecution. Your case will have to be referred to the Justice Department.
Well, that's another matter, Senator. Mrs. Woodard needn't respond to any question that touches on criminal prosecution. Guard your rights, please.
Oh, don't worry. I don't have anything more to say. I'm through. Oh, God, if you had
You're
just...
dismissed, Mrs. Woodard.